Hello everybody out there in YouTube world. Hope things are doing okay for you wherever you are in that big old world of ours. And boy, what a beautiful world it is too. Right, we're going to be talking, let's talk about discussion. Would you say discussion?
Discussion?
Yeah, discussion. It's going to be about the age gap in relationships. Because we are in one of those type of relationships. Before I start as well, I'm promoting prostate cancer, as you can see, and wearing the man badge, they call it, for prostrating men. Over the past few years, I've lost some friends who sadly are no longer with us, who had prostate cancer. So yeah, yes guys, it's a must to get yourself checked if you feel funny workings going on down there. Especially for the Afro-Caribbean men in general, we're more prone to it. You're right, darling. Oh, bless. No, don't say sorry. See, this is the thing when you do things happen, and that's what life and nature's all about. So yes, right, this video again, as I said before, is let's talk about age gap in relationships, whether it's the man who's older or the lady who's older. And some people were saying that sometimes they don't work, but we totally disagree with that, don't we, my dear?
I do now, but I must say, I wasn't for them before I met you.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the people, don't it?
Yeah,
really?
it is. It's the people.
You know, the maturity of the people.
Exactly.
I mean, you're older than I am in the head.
Yeah. I've always been told that always been a very old-headed person.
Yeah.
Even in my younger years, very old-headed. And I think as well, not just having wonderful parents, but being around much older people, growing up, not being around a lot of people of my own age when I was growing up, always listening to them and even sometimes copying them, you know, in the way how they say and do things. And that's had a massive effect on me over the years. I mean, I kind of like come across as a man who's well into his 60s, the late 60s, in how I say and do things.
And your approach to things.
Yeah, my definite approach to things is that not of a younger person.
Definitely.
Technology, wow, not a big fan of it. I like my computer games when I was younger, you know, but never mad on them. Absolutely, like some people who are still to this day obsessed with them. But yeah, the age gap in relationships. We hear stories of some couples who are 20, 30 years in their age gaps. Compared to us, we're like, that's nothing. It's true, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, age is just a number.
It is.
It is just a number. But I think you've got to have that maturity together.
Yes, 100%.
And you've definitely got to have that bounce off each other.
Yeah, me and Max, we're like, you know, the yin and yang symbol on this ring. There. That's what we are like.
Yeah.
We're entwining into everything that we do, conversations, our hobbies, life in general. We're like that. We're just continuously, and it's beautiful.
And I think as well, I mean, the advantage we had, we was friends, weren't we, for years?
Yeah, we've got 5+ year friendship.
Yeah,
Man.
so I think that probably helps as well. Well, it would with me.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't speak for you, but
No,
it would have done with me.
It has, because I've never ever had that.
Yeah.
Never had that. Female friends at all, really. I've never had that.
Plus, I think you've got to be on your own for quite a while.
Yeah, I totally
to
agree with
know
that too.
What you want.
Definitely.
Because you get to a certain stage, don't you? You
Yeah.
know, you've had enough of it and you want to be on your own and find yourself. I wouldn't advise any relationship, doesn't matter what age, to people who haven't stayed on their own for quite a time to find out what they do want.
Totally support that too.
I mean, people seem to support if the man's a lot older than the woman.
Yeah, that's a majority, and that's what
that's
is.
the majority of people. And yet that's going to be no different to the woman being older than the man, is it really?
Yeah, and there was a very taboo thing about that.
Yeah.
Very taboo.
I always think when it's the woman's younger, it's got to be a sort of, oh bless you.
Sorry. Like my mum and my dad. There's 9 years between them.
Yeah.
Dad is 9 years older than my mum. And you know the funny thing is, it's the same with us.
Yeah.
You couldn't have put a dime on that, could you? You know that.
But nobody bats an eyelid when the woman's a lot younger than the man.
I know.
But when the woman's older than the man, everybody seems to have an opinion on it.
Even if
it's
it's
nothing to do with them.
Yeah, even if someone's 2 years older.
Yeah. By a couple of years, you know. It is one of them.
Yeah. I mean, when we're out and about, people are shocked when our age groups come into the question. They're really shocked. They said, wow, what's your secret for the both of you not looking your ages? And the thing is, we don't worry about it. We do not worry about the age. And also in the relationship. That doesn't bother us at all. Not one bit. It never had with me. I know at the beginning you were a little bit with it, weren't you?
I was to begin with.
Yeah.
But then again, that could have been because we've been friends before.
Yeah, that's true.
And that relationship obviously changes, doesn't it? When you go into a proper relationship with someone.
I think it's, with our friendship being us being together as a couple now, I think it's made it even solid, and I mean solid. I've never known anything like it. Solid. Of course, we're only human. We do have our off days, but whatever it is, we nip it in the bud. And we even turn it around and make a joke about it as well.
I mean, sometimes I'm in hysterics.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, you know.
Is he for real?
Is he for real?
Oh gosh.
But we laugh about it, we talk about it, and we never sit there wallowing in it.
No, and we know people who do that. And we've watched documentaries with couples who wallow on things, and it just escalates and escalates and escalates. And it goes so much out of control, then there's bad things that happen after that.
I mean, I'm one for saying what I think.
Yeah, straight down the middle.
You know, and it doesn't always...
You don't beat around the bush, you go straight in. And I'm the same as well, because I get that from mum and dad.
Same, yeah.
I get that from mum and dad.
The same.
Dad was direct, mum was direct. Boom. Then if whatever the subject of the matter was, and it needs to be addressed, they were straight in.
Yeah.
Straight in. Not a bull in a china shop. They were straight in and direct.
Even when we have our little niggles, we don't argue.
No.
We don't argue.
And I think with me as well, having Jamaican heritage, speak a bit of Patrick to make it comical, and that kind of softens it.
Hilarious. Really, so funny.
But yeah, getting to the age gap thing, it's these people who can be obsessed with it. Wow, that means you shouldn't be together then. Because you don't bother us at all, one bit.
I think you see it more now with women who are
it's
older,
very
with younger men.
Yeah, there's than ever before.
Than ever. And when you think about it, I mean, no disrespect, but why, as you get older, would you want to be with a man older?
True.
Especially if you're like vibrant and
you
want to be here, there and everywhere, and they just want to sit in a chair.
You know, if it wasn't for the fibro that Max has got, I guarantee, and your back problems and all that, she'd be out every single day, and I'm on about Sunday to Sunday. That's no joke. But because of it,
if I could, I would.
Yeah, that's the truth. She really would. But when she has a bad flare up, then we've got to rest up and take a few days break here. So sometimes up to 3 to 4 days. Sometimes even 5. Could be weeks.
Sometimes.
It all depends on how bad the flare up is, really.
But even then, you find something to do.
Yeah, we always do at home. We always find something.
There's always something to do. Reading, obviously our spirituality as well.
Yeah, meditate every day, and that's without fail. We really do.
So I mean, all those little things help, don't they? Really?
Yes, they do. It's your interests, really. And this is what we love about our relationship, is our interests. They're like this. I like that.
Yeah, they really truly are. And you know, it's nice because I've never had that before.
Me neither.
I've never really been interested in what other people are doing.
No, I've never been to.
And I've never been interested in really what I do.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same for me.
And I didn't think there was anybody out there that ever would be, really. And that's why I was happy on my own.
Yep.
But then this one come along.
This one.
And it was like having a mini-me sort of thing.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
where have you been hiding? Yeah. As a child, I've always loved seeing the figurine of Buddhas. I've always had that fascination, seeing the beautiful construction of the temples, the shapes of those old-fashioned Oriental buildings, whether it's been Japan, Thailand, China, Indonesia, Malaysia. I just always had a fascination and a love for those things because I knew there's more to them than meets the eye, and now I know.
And I think, you know, relationships of any age,
Yep.
it always helps if you all get on together as family, doesn't it?
Yep, it does. And that
Because
really
you actually, when you marry somebody, you marry into that family.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
As silly as it sounds, their family become your family.
Yep, they certainly do.
So if you've got a couple in the family, one in the family, whatever, who doesn't like the other, you know, the other partner, you would have a few problems.
Yeah, we definitely know that.
Luckily for us, we never have.
No, but things.
But you know, some couples do, don't they?
In yesteryear,
Yeah.
definitely, 100% they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do hear these in-laws at war, at logins, and so we call that the rivalry thing, really. The one in-law likes to see the other one doing so well. Wow, I'm going to go one better than them, and that's what it causes. That there's no need for that.
And support. You've got to have each other's support.
Yeah, you've got to. That's paramount. That is.
You know, you have to. Because what's the point of being together? And trust.
Yeah, the biggest
100%
the biggest thing of all is trust.
Because if you haven't got that, you haven't got a relationship, I'm afraid.
That's all.
But it is nice to see any age groups, really.
It
Like
is.
it is any cultures together, you know. It's really lovely, really. But it's other people that seem to have problems with
Yeah,
things.
they do.
Yeah,
And
I
we've
don't know what that is, but they do.
And we've mentioned on previous videos when we're always out and about walking, the looks we get, even to this day, we still get funny looks. We'll see some when we're holding our hands, we do see the young people smile at us. We do. We never see people of our age group smiling at us when we're holding hands. They just give you funny looks, even the men.
Yeah.
Look, that's one time, if you remember, when we was waiting in the ballroom, went to the toilet, and you come out first, and I come out a little bit later, as per usual, and this chap was being a bit funny and weird, and whatever happened, he went off. And can you remember that? That was a bit strange.
The one who went to the cash machine.
Yes.
Yeah, this again, I say elderly man, I'm elderly, but this elderly man went to the cash machine. He come and stood by me for a bit and kept looking at me, and I thought, what's he looking at me like? I thought he was going to say something about me and Andrew, to be truthful. I thought he was one of them.
Yeah.
And I thought, you carry on. You say something. He went, nice day. I said, it is for the time of year, yeah? Just being polite, basically. He said, are you on your own? I felt like, no, I'm waiting to be picked up by what do you think I am, you know what I mean? And I just looked and I went, well, what's it got to do with you, whether I'm on my own or not? And he walked off then, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And Andrew coming back and he went, who's that? And I said, I've got no idea.
He's trying to chat her up, basically.
But you don't expect it
No.
from people
In the
age
senior
group.
age group, of our ages.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's like young women looking at him.
Oh,
And he hates that.
I do. I
I find it
despise
quite
it.
funny, actually. But
I
he
do.
likes that and he goes, oh, God, she's young enough to be our daughter.
Yeah.
I said, oh, take it as a compliment, you know. It's a
I know,
compliment,
but-
isn't it, really?
Or even grandfather in some cases. And that's no joke, you know, isn't it, Max? I can't help if I look the way I look.
Because you're so young looking.
Young looking.
Young
So are you,
looking.
young looking.
Young looking.
Well, we can't help. I mean, it's hard. When we had that meal and grandson said, oh, he said a beautiful thing, didn't he? He said, you look well, you look really
No,
well.
and you look ever so well, you do.
Yeah.
For your age, didn't you?
Yeah, he
I
did.
said, oh, thank you.
I know, that was, honestly, that was,
Age.
it really touched my heart when I heard him say that. Bless him. Bless him. It's because, as well, it's because we're happy and we're in love with each other. And it's not material love. What our love comes from within us, and that's our power. And it's
Again, as well, you know, if you ever meet anybody and there's an age gap and you're like, oh no, like, I mean, I know how you'd feel because that's how I used to be. Always remember, it's a companionship,
exactly.
it's a friendship.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more to it.
The
To
meets
a
the eye.
relationship.
Yeah, because you have to work at it. It's
I mean, I'm retired now, and the thought of just sitting here on my own, and when I could go out, going to meet girlfriends and
Yeah.
stuff,
yeah. Before the fibroid really
Yeah.
got a hold of it.
kicked in, yeah.
Yeah, you was at the very mid stages of it.
To what we have now. I mean, we can go out together when I can get out,
Yeah.
and have the same things in common, can't we?
Oh God, I've never known anything
Well,
like it.
even in here we do. And we're together 24
We're
hours
surrounded by everything
Yeah.
in common with us.
24
Everything.
hours a day.
Yeah.
I don't find a problem with it.
And the thing is, people do.
Yeah,
God, with them all the time.
yeah.
Yes, and your problem is, and question is,
That's not healthy.
that's
No,
not.
it wouldn't be healthy if you weren't allowed,
Yeah, exactly.
or if your partner wanted to know what you was doing all the time and that. But this is a healthy relationship.
It's more
So,
than healthy.
you know, it doesn't matter. That's choice, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
exactly.
choice. I mean, Andrew would never stop me going out if I wanted to go out.
Vice
Robert
versa.
would never stop him.
But even when I do go out, I feel like
Something's missing.
half of me is
Yeah.
actually missing. That's no joke. I've never been like that
Yeah.
ever. It does. I feel. See now, we know what my mum and dad were like. When Dad had left us, bless him, in 1999, you could see Mum wasn't whole anymore.
Lost.
So that's why we was always around her to try.
Lost.
But it's not the same though. She felt half. She didn't feel whole anymore. But now we know when she was going, that wholeness was coming back to it, and now she's got that wholeness again.
See, when you're younger, you don't think about stuff like that, do you?
No, you
I mean,
don't.
when I had aunties and that, and they'd lost their husbands, I never thought, you know, that they'd be missing them, or...
Oh boy, didn't I just?
And, you know, if you had your older head now, you'd have realised, and probably been, I would have anyway, been a bit more comforting.
Yes,
or-
of course, yeah, definitely.
And nobody seemed to talk about stuff
No.
years ago, like
No.
they do now.
Yeah.
You know, so you didn't really know how anybody was feeling, did
No.
you?
Because
Just
then
go
it-
on with it.
They never showed their emotions really. They were just like
No.
iron. They put that shield up. Nobody gets through my emotions.
No.
I'm just like
So
my
they
father.
are.
It's like my father, God rest his soul. Dad, we never used to see Dad cry. Mum, we did, but Dad never. He never did. He kept all those emotions hidden away inside him, didn't he?
Again, that's another thing, isn't it, in relationships? Again, at either ages, really.
Yep.
Whatever the way around, even if you're the same age. Always tell that person you love them.
Yeah. Every
Because you
day.
don't know what's due the next day.
What tomorrow may bring.
You just really don't. You know, always tell them that you love them.
Every single day. We can't get enough of that saying.
Don't let your loved ones go
No.
and realise that you never told them. You know, it's sad, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah.
Sad.
It is sad. Because you know from
Yeah.
experience what it's like, don't you, madam?
Yeah,
You certainly know.
I do. I really do. You know, you never told them anything. And then they've gone not knowing.
Yeah.
Not knowing how you felt or
Yeah.
how things could have been changed along the way. You know, you want to get one shot at this life.
Yeah,
Be
you
happy,
do.
innit?
You don't get a second shot, trust me.
Be happy in it.
Yeah.
If you find somebody good in your life, hang on to them.
Yeah.
Don't let them go.
No.
Don't let them go anywhere. Because that's it's a blessing.
A blessing. She calls it a blessing.
It's a blessing.
I go, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And more wow.
And more. Wow.
And more wow.
And more.
Yeah, but you know, it's yeah. So yeah, relationships, the age gap. Don't let it define you.
No.
Do not let that define you, because that's what life is not about.
I mean, I don't live through age now.
No.
You know, birthdays and that, they don't bother me, to be honest.
Same with me now as well. No, I'm looking forward to a particular one next year, my 60th.
Well, special ones you will.
Yeah, I'm looking
won't
forward
you?
to that. Yeah.
Special ones you will. But you know, it's like you've got to live in the day.
Yeah, it's got to be now.
Day,
Right
live
now.
in the now.
No.
I mean, I've always practised that, and so has Andrew, really.
It's
Because
Buddhism.
being
It's
Buddhist, you see.
Yeah, it's been
But
into
a lot
Buddhism.
of people who are don't know about that
No,
sort of thing.
they think way too far ahead. Way
Don't
too
plan. Do
No.
not plan for the future.
No.
It's like now, you know, put money in your bank if you can afford it and you're working and that, you've got a good job.
Yeah.
For your pensions later on.
Yeah.
Because this loss in this government will take every penny from you.
That's no joke, and they are. They're doing that right now.
And they're doing that right now.
Right now as we speak.
You know, which is very unfair.
It is.
So, use your heads really. But always live for today.
Yeah, live for today. Yeah.
And what can't be done today, and you're lucky enough to wake up the next day, do it tomorrow.
Yep. Do it tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, if I'd have met Andrew years ago, wow.
I know. Wow.
You know.
And again, wow.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had, my life would have been so different.
Same with mine.
So different.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I would never let him go on through what he's been through, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. But as I say, you know, be happy, be lucky.
Be happy, be lucky.
Yeah.
And that's the thing as well. Some of our videos that's got up and coming, we are going to be talking about hurtful things, but keeping a positive approach to it as well.
Yeah.
But you have to talk and discuss about these things. We as a human race, majority of us are afraid to speak about those things which have hurt us from childhood. Don't be afraid of them.
Speak it out.
Speak it out. Accept it. You've got to own it as well. You have to. You cannot fight it. Trust me, I know. You cannot fight, because these things can destroy you completely, wipe you out. Because I was nearly there on a few occasions, so I know. So yes, getting back to this video.
Yeah, it's like as well.
Yeah.
You think with different age relationships, there's things that have to be talked about.
Yes, of course.
A lot of people don't want to talk about death. They don't want to talk about the burial. They don't want to talk about this, that, and the other. And it can be with either partner. You know, some old people live a lot longer than the younger one, though. Vice versa.
It's the lifestyle factor as well.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things.
But it has to be spoken
Yeah,
about.
you've got to talk about these things.
You've got to realise that once that one partner's gone, you have to move on.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't sit there wallowing.
You can't hold on to it.
You can't.
Once it's gone forever.
That's their life that's gone. And yours has to carry on. Even though you don't want it to, probably.
Yeah.
It has to.
But you know the one thing that never ever dies? This is the truth. The love. Never dies. You may not be here physically no more, but the love, you take it with you. You take it with you.
You certainly have to. Yeah. But, embrace it where it's here.
Yep. Embrace it while it's here. Yeah.
Embrace it.
So, the age gaps. Don't be bothered by it. Don't be put off by it, what other people think. Don't bother me at all. I couldn't give a monkeys if they come up to me and they were saying, oh, you're too old, young for all blah. I says, well, hang on. It's none of your business. This is our business, and we've accepted this, what we've got in our beautiful relationship.
True.
So ending it there, Mrs. Chi.
Yes, Mr. Chi.
So it's a wrap. And again, getting back to the prostate cancer support. So yeah, if you've got a badge yourself, put it on and show the support for Prostate Cancer UK. Well, it's not just in the UK, it's all over the world. So yeah, when I wear this every time, I think of my friends who I've lost through it. When you see stuff on the TV about it, you think, wow, I'm lucky still to be here. Because all us men, when you think about it, we are all prone to it. And it's to do with your lifestyle, which is the main thing with it. Apart from with the Caribbean aspects approach with us men, who are more susceptible to it. There's exercise you can do to strengthen the muscle in that area called the sphincter muscle, which links up with the prostate area of the body. And again, if you want to learn about that, you can be taught it. There is certain, if you can yoga practice, for instance, even specific qigong exercises work that out, those kind of areas. But again, if you want to find out more, search those things out.
And never be afraid to go to your GP.
Yeah, never ever be afraid, because if you feel a discomfort down there,
don't put things off.
Be on the phone straight away.
And that's with anything that's not right in it. You know, either sex's body really. Go and see your GP straight away.
Yeah.
Prolong your life.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is as well, when you get to our ages in life, believe it or not, the body is deteriorating even more, because the deterioration process starts from when you're in your late 30s to early 40s. That's when it actually starts, and you wouldn't think that, wow, yeah, and it really does start that. You wouldn't think it.
You're like an old car, aren't you?
Yes,
really? You can't
are.
go on forever.
No, you can't. You can't.
You know, you're going to deteriorate. Even though when you're younger, you don't think it's ever going to come.
When you're a younger
so it
person,
comes very quickly.
I can guarantee, and this is a lot of you young people out there, and people of our age groups as well, will support this. When you are young, you think you are invulnerable.
You're invincible, aren't you, when you're young?
Invincible. You can do anything without getting any harm. Wow.
I used to think like 50-year-old people, when I was like 19, were old. And yet 50's young now.
Yeah, it is.
When you're older.
It's the new 40s when you knock on
40s.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it all boils down to the lifestyle that you have. And there's a lot of pressure with it out there in the world.
There is.
But we may do videos on that and things like that to, you know, let's talk about that. But yeah, so ending it there on this one, let's talk about age gaps in relationships. So yeah, thank you again for your support, and please, support Prostate Cancer UK as I have done with this badge, because people have asked me, where do you get the badges from? You have to subscribe to them and make a donation towards it. I think it was about £30 I made a donation towards it, and they sent me this badge because they thought I followers, because I was talking to them online about it, and they thought I was a suffragist. Now, but my dad's from Jamaica. So, you know, I've got Afro-Caribbean links to my family background. So they said you could be prone to it, depending. So, yeah.
You've got to feel very blessed, haven't you?
Yes.
To still be here. And, you know, talking of donations again, donate, because you'll always get something back in it.
Yeah, you always do.
One way or the other, it comes back to you.
Definitely.
Really does.
Yeah.
You can't take your money with you, guys. You can't.
No, you can't.
But it's nice to be able to live in peace on earth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know, have enough to pay your bills and buy your food.
Yep.
You know, and there's plenty of free stuff you can do out there.
Exactly.
Keep you fit.
Yeah, definitely. Walking, getting the fresh air in your lungs.
And that's something, again, you can do together.
And even got these gymnasium things out there.
In the parks,
Yeah, I've used them before. But yeah, so, yes, everybody, please stay safe out there in that world of ours. And we can't stress that enough. Please stay safe. And just keep that chi of life, just keep it flowing. Just keep it flowing. Just keep it constantly moving. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, everybody. Namaste.
Have a lovely afternoon.
Have a blessed and wonderful afternoon.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.